Hi guys, it's me, Bradley Lunag from AB Polsci 1C. And today I will be interviewing friends about the Russia-Ukraine war. The Russia-Ukraine war speaks about the building up of the huge military force along its border with Ukraine that the Russian leader Vladimir Putin has placed. It is described as a full-scale invasion of the country on February 24, 2022, which starts the mark of a brand new chapter. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself to the camera?
I'm Jeffrey Nerdican. I'm a student of BSI Tech.
Okay. This interview is about the Russia-Ukraine war. Are you aware of the Russia-Ukraine war?
Yes, I saw it in TVs and stuff.
What do you think of the Russia? What do you think have caused the war about Ukraine?
Um, I don't really know, but I know that um, Ukraine is trying to join the NATO, which is not good for Putin. For
Okay, if you are familiar with the war, do you think the Philippines is affected by it? What are some?
yes, there is a yes, the Philippines is affected by due to the fact that the oil prices are going up right now.
Do you think that it is more convenient or appropriate for the Philippines to adopt a natural stance in the war? Should the Philippines join in the war or just stay in a neutral part?
For me, I think it is better for the Philippines to be in a neutral party.
Why?
Um, I don't really know, but if we would have joined to Ukraine or Russia, maybe there are some countries that will not be okay with it and will kind of be made us our enemies, something like that.
If you are president of Ukraine, what will you do to help? What will you do or what can you do for your country?
Peace talks, maybe.
Do you think that will work?
Um, yeah.
Okay, last question. In your own view, do you think that there is still a chance for a ceasefire or peace talk to happen? Why or why not?
Yes, there is.
Can you explain how?
It is because um, nobody really wants to war in which the lives of people are at stake. And that alone is the reason that we don't want to go to war and go have ceasefire instead.
Then what if you are President Putin and NATO is expanding their territory into your country? How do you feel about that?
Um, I don't really know. Nothing to it.
Thank you. Can you give a brief introduction of yourself?
I'm doing the second and then my second year culinary course.
Okay, Mr. Lee. Are you aware of the Russia-Ukraine war?
Yes.
What do you think caused the war?
What I think caused the war is in which Ukraine joined the union of NATO, which is not a good impression to Russia because it is NATO's attempt, in my opinion, it is NATO's attempt in conquering the slowly conquering the Soviet Union countries, which makes the country of Russia smaller and smaller.
Okay, so you are very familiar with the war. What do you think, or how do you think is Philippines affected by it?
Philippines is affected by it because in many trades, one example of the trade is the oil. Oil is huge. Russia is a huge exporter of oil, and it not only affects the Philippines and Ukraine but globally. and that's only one factor. And in other trading products as well.
Oh, okay. Do you think that Philippines should join the war or stay neutral?
For me, it's better for the Philippines to stay neutral because when Philippines takes side in either of them, it can make our countries, it can make our country and the other opposing country like another question.
Should you join in the war or stay neutral too?
In my opinion, Philippines should stay neutral because when we take on one of the sides, our our friendship with one of them, one of both can be affected, and it can also affect our economy and and our trading points and yes.
Okay, last question. If you are the president of Russia, would you also do as what Putin did with the invasion of NATO in his territories?
No, but Putin is a different person and he's a prideful person and he cannot let his pride he cannot let his dignity be taken down by others and it is a big factor for him because he's such a powerful person known around the world and he just cannot take the humility.
Then what about if you are the president of Ukraine? What do you think can you do to stop the war? Or at least help alleviate it?
For me, the best option for Ukraine is just surrender because as things go on and on, many civilians will just die and cause more casualties in both parties.
Okay. Last question. In your own view, do you think that there is still a chance for ceasefire or for peace to happen?
For me, yes. As long as NATO does not interfere with the sovereign states' territories, peace can still happen as long as NATO does not produce more weapons to Ukraine and money. As long as NATO does not produce more money and weapons to Ukraine, Ukraine can just not easily, Ukraine can just surrender because as of today, the US and NATO is just as providing support and money and weapons to Ukraine, many will just die and suffer.
Okay, thank you for your time. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Okay, hi, my name is Joshua Dude. I am 18 years old and I'm a student.
That's right. Okay, are you familiar with the Russia-Ukraine war?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think caused the war?
It's probably because of Russia due to it's the president's fault, I guess, because he wanted to expand the land and it was driven by his greed.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah,
If you are familiar with the war, then do you think Philippines is affected, or how is it affected by it?
it's affected, but not as bad compared to Ukraine or your countries. But the main impact I would say is the oil. Definitely, the prices have gone up, and the resources of the or the quantity of oil has definitely gone down, and food supplies I would say in certain areas.
Mm. Okay. Do you think that it is more convenient or appropriate for the Philippines to adopt a neutral stance or join in the battle?
Definitely think neutral because if we were, say, Philippines were to join, it would hurt Philippines more than it would help Ukraine, but as well not only making enemies, it would also like hurt our economy in a sense because if we need to say supply resources or food, water, shelter, all of this, it would hurt our economy more, even though technically our economy is not the strongest, I would say. So it would be better to be in a neutral stance.
Okay. So if you are staying in a neutral stand, do you still prefer to help?
Definitely help, but not when it comes to army or the conflict side. But I think if Philippines would want to help, they should provide like resources such as like supplies, water, food, like all shelter. If possible as well, taking the refugees from Ukraine.
Okay. How about what if you are the president of Ukraine? What do you think can you do to help stop the war? Or at least try to.
Um, if I was the president of Ukraine, I would definitely say, if possible, to make more allies with neighboring Europe countries in order to get support, but not also support, but also as well as like any aid they could provide, from food to weapons to income, finance, any sort of aid, basically. Yeah.
In your own view, do you think there is still a chance for a ceasefire of this war?
Definitely, Ukraine would obviously is not the aggressor. Ukraine is the victim in this situation. So they would be totally be open to have a ceasefire because Russia is obviously the aggressor. So if Russia and Ukraine would be able to talk, Ukraine is very open to have that conversation to a complete ceasefire.
But since Russia or preferably President Putin doesn't want to stop the war because of NATO's expansion, do you still think it is possible to do that kind of talk about
A ceasefire?
yeah with President Putin's point of view? Because President Putin doesn't want a ceasefire due to the fact that NATO, yes, is expanding onto its territories.
If it is possible, but only if Putin would come to sort of an agreement that they would not attack Ukraine, even if the NATO forces would pull back and not intervene, but that would be handled either outside, like a third party, like the UN would come and intervene in that, or if it's possible for Ukraine and Russia to have some sort of agreement and ceasefire in that sense.
Um, then would you agree that if you are the president of Russia, you would stop attacking Ukraine?
Definitely, there's no point in attacking innocent people.
Okay. Thank you for coming to this interview. Can you please give a brief introduction about yourself to the camera?
Hi, my name is Christian from Marta, and I'm a student of Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Are you aware of the Russia-Ukraine war?
Yes, since I've been watching news
About it
about it. Yes.
from TV
Yeah.
and social media?
Yes.
You read newspaper?
No.
What do you think caused the war?
I actually asked someone about it, and she said that it's because Ukraine is joining the NATO, but Russia doesn't want that. I mean, well, Vladimir Putin doesn't want that
By the Sinat.
because he wants the old regime back.
Do you think that it might be a threat to his country?
Yes, I know. I mean to say
With NATO's expansion?
yes, probably because that's why he is invading Ukraine.
If you're familiar with the war, then, do you think the Philippines should take a neutral stance or join in the battle?
In my opinion, it's just in my opinion. The Philippines can help, but not through armies or soldiers, since we all know that Philippines is not doesn't have much resources for those things.
Okay, can you give me examples on how Philippines is affected with the war?
And just in my opinion again, probably the oil price, since Me and my family would travel sometimes, and then my dad would use car for work, so he have to buy gasoline. Then the prices will go up, so our stocks will go higher also.
So it
So
affects,
it affects the business of the business.
so it affects the everyday life of citizens.
Yes.
What if you are the president of Ukraine? What can you do for your country?
I would like to have a peace offering with Vladimir Putin to stop the war because Vladimir Putin is literally targeting innocent people like the maternal hospitals, children's hospital, and then kidnapping to COVID.
And since that Vladimir Putin doesn't want to surrender, do you think that Ukraine should instead surrender to Vladimir Putin or still keep fighting back?
Probably keep fighting back since other countries are also helping Ukraine.
And you are okay with your, since we can see it in the news that civilians in Ukraine are affected by the war, like even if they do fight back, then many civilians are affected. You are still okay with it fighting back.
No, I yes, but that's how they really do because there's nothing else they can do to help other ways to keep the Ukraine.
Do you still think that there's a chance for peace talks?
Yes, since maybe Putin has still have the sense of humanity so that he can save the people instead of killing everyone else in Russia and in Ukraine. So it's not just Ukraine suffering from the attack because it is also the people in Russia. Some of my European friends are also affected and posting on social media that Ukraine must stop it since they are getting off applications and some takeouts like McDonald's, Starbucks in their place.
Since you are saying that Philippines should not participate in the fight directly, since we are a poor country, what about if you're the president of America? Will you participate in the country? In the war?
Yes, since as we all know that America has a lot of resources and then they're still more helping other countries. They're helping countries. So in my opinion, as a global, they can help Ukraine
How can they help?
by sending, even though sending food as for the victims and helping in the war.
Helping the war, they can provide soldiers.
Yes.
Do you think that's possible? It's
Mm.
okay.
Yes.
Do you know that this could lead to World War III
Yes.
if
That,
America
that's
joins?
yes. And as we all know that I think China is probably joining with Russia. That's why they must really join so that I mean America, USA must really join so they can help Ukraine.
Even if the World War III will be about nuclear war.
Let's just hope it that won't happen.
Thank you for the interview. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself to the camera?
John Dominic, 18.
What do you think caused the war?
Security,
Security on.
Putin.
If you are familiar with the war, then do you think that Philippines is affected by
Inflation,
inflation? Examples?
gas.
Gas. Do you think it is more convenient or appropriate for Philippines to join in the war or take a neutral stance?
I don't think the Philippines should join the war.
Okay, so you're saying that Philippines does not want to join the war because
Does not participate in the war, but they should, but they can, but they can make a stand to save people in Ukraine.
okay.
But they shouldn't do it in military forces. Participate in the mm,
Okay, so you're saying that
joining IMF, enforcing the Ukrainian soldiers, the military forces.
mm,
But they should
ask for help or
No, they should ceasefire. They should surrender to save people.
So you're saying that
Because
if you give is that surrender.
if Russia devours them, if Russia devours Ukraine, there will be no country left.
For Ukraine.
If Russia destroys Ukraine,
So instead of being destroyed, you want to instead join.
to save the people, because the people is what makes Ukraine a country.
Okay, let me clarify it. If you are the president, right? You're president of Ukraine, and you want, instead of being destroyed, you want to join Russia. But what if your people does not allow it or does not want it?
I think that they do not have much of a choice because it's joining them or it's
Instead of the Philippines, who is a poor country, you are the president of America, who is a strong country. Do you want to participate more or stay neutral?
if America would participate, there is a chance that World War III will end.
Okay. Thank you for the interview.